There is a podcast no one asked for. A podcast you never knew you didn't want. 3 beers in. This is the podcast.
I anticipate a deeply religious experience.
Welcome, listener, to another episode of 3 Beers In.
Yay!
So this is Cutter. I've got Joel,
He's there.
Tony,
Hey, you guys. How's it going?
Clint,
Yo.
and Ross.
Hey!
And tonight we're going to discuss what everybody's wanting to talk about. Beer. Texas craft beer. We're doing Altstadt, the Alt Lager.
Yeah.
Let's crack open these beers.
There we go.
Yep.
To the bottles, gentlemen.
Ooh, the color looks awesome.
I like it. Bready.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is that. I get a little bit of yeast on there, but not like really bad.
The yeast is more on the nose than on the actual palate, I'd say.
Probably.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
has to be the breadiness of it, because I thought at first I was like, is that caramel? And then I don't think there's any in there.
There is.
There is?
Yeah.
I mean, so it's what? Got
That's
some toasted malts. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not many toasted malts it wouldn't be, but there's some crystal malts in there, and that's what gives you your color right there.
Yep.
There should be probably Pilsner, maybe Munich or Vienna maybe, and then some light crystal malts to give it some toffee, some caramel in there.
So have any of us actually been out to their brewery yet?
I've been
haven't.
invited by Altstadt, but I've not been out there.
So that's the same thing or no?
I don't get out much.
So no.
I have not been out there. No, I really want to.
By Mr. Scripps.
My Mr. Scripps.
That's who owns it.
Whoever runs their Untapped page invited me out there.
Oh, that's not a real invite.
That's not a real invite?
It depends on
what-
your definition.
What is the official style of this beer?
Alt
beer
That's a style?
Yes.
means old beer.
Old beer.
We'll get into it.
Let's
Not
get into it.
alternative.
Right now?
We featured Altstadt before on our Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
I don't believe their Oktoberfest was
Very good.
anybody's favorites.
No,
Well, there was something about the bottles.
the bottled ones just weren't as good as the canned versions.
Yeah.
Do you think that's maybe because it kept fermenting in the bottles? Or?
Nah. That's
You know what?
Light?
Actually,
was
Do you
just-
think light penetration could have been a factor?
not really because they
had 'em
were
early.
amber bottles. Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe that was it. Maybe they were just too young.
That
they
also
hadn't
could be
aged
it.
long enough.
Well, but-
maybe
Cutter likes them young.
he does. Young and robust.
It's true. It's very true.
That's why he has so many aging in his fridge. Beers. I don't know what you guys are.
Beers, that is.
yeah, I
hate you-
mean,
I hate
it's,
you all. Just
it's
fucking
interesting that
hate
you
you.
brought that up.
Oh, yeah,
because
we
now I
know.
think about it. I think that might have been the first time I ever had it in a can.
An
What?
Oktoberfest?
Yeah. I feel like I've always had it in bottles or in draft.
Live Oktoberfest. Oh,
yeah,
you
it
weren't in
was-
that
it
episode.
was
It's just the
good.
three
No,
of us last
it was
year.
yeah.
Well, but it's such a seasonal
That was,
thing that, like, if you can get it on draft, I mean, that's what you go for.
Right?
Well, yeah.
If you can get it on cask, that's what you really go for.
Oh, yeah. Cask conditioned.
This is a nice beer.
Yeah.
I like it as It's well. super drinkable.
Yeah, it's okay.
Are you saying it's not what beer should taste like, Joel?
I'm having a hard time imagining drinking 3 of these.
Well, you don't have to imagine it.
But
It's
you're
gonna
gonna live
happen.
it,
It is getting better a little bit.
Harken back to Tony on episode 2.
It is getting better.
I don't know if I can drink 3 of these.
Why
Well,
are we-
surprise, surprise, sir.
Why are we always bringing up porter culture? You just got to redo that one so everybody can listen to it again. I don't know.
I'm actually surprised that you guys aren't as like enthused about this beer. Like, this is a tasty beer.
I like
It is
it.
good. It's
like
not
it.
the first alt that I've ever had, but alt is pretty nice. I
It's
like
not a
it.
common style.
No, it's not. I know Brutorium does one. Popular for the styles is a cherry note, which I think theirs has more of a cherry note than this one.
Right. I
This
agree.
one is pretty tame.
Yeah, that's why I
Pretty
was.
easy drinking.
It's drinkable, but there's not
A lot of
it doesn't-
flavor there.
Yeah,
or-
there's not a lot
Right.
of
Wow.
complexity or flavor to it. It's kind of just basic.
That's
Yeah,
kind of what
all-
I'd want more of.
Yeah, all the alt styles that I've had, they're kind of all the same that way. They're not flashy. They're just kind of,
They're
your
just
basic.
like a lager, like a basic lager.
They're
Yeah.
like the Fredericksburg of Texas. Kind of.
Yes,
they're from
they
Fredericksburg.
are the
I know
Fredericksburg.
exactly.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
And I don't know why the A is wearing underwear here, but whatever. Stretched out Speedo on the neck.
Ah, well, I see what you're saying.
I was missing every single A I was looking at. Was like, it's a very creative interpretation of those other A's.
Is that a boomerang in your pants?
Or are you just happy to see me?
I like
Come
this
back
beer.
at you.
I feel like this would pair well with food. Like it's like it's
Or
not
with
it's
a
not
brat?
one,
Oh my
doesn't it?
god, yeah.
It's like it's
He
not
says
it's
that
not
like
something.
about
Every
every
beer,
Well,
yes.
I mean,
Like
there's beers where you can have by themselves, and I feel like they hold their own. But like this one, I feel like would add something to a meal. Like this would be something that you would want to pair.
I disagree. Cutters, this would go well with food. Is like Joel's. This is what beer should taste like.
This is what beer should taste like with food.
This is what beer should taste like with food.
Yeah. So Altstadt, their Alt, it's rich and malty, brewed with caramel and darker malts that create its amber color. Using authentic Altbier yeast imported from Germany, Alt provides subtle toffee notes on the nose and finish. Altbier is German for old or aged beer. Altbier originated in Dusseldorf, which isn't in Germany, I've heard. And is
It sounds like
akin
it is.
to the Kolsch-style beers from nearby Cologne.
Really?
Cologne.
Yeah, so
It's a lot less funny when you have to explain it.
Yeah, I know.
But you have to do
Some
that side
people
of
weren't
things
getting
for
So it's got an ABV of 4.8%. Cheese pairing ideas: Asiago, Camembert,
Camembert.
yeah, Cheshire, aged Gouda, Clint. There you go.
Smoked Gouda.
Smoked Gouda is where it's really at.
Yeah,
Let's be
yeah.
honest. Aged Gouda is not terrible.
A Mental, which I've never heard of that cheese, but and Gruyere.
Gruyere? Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Food pairing ideas: smoked sausage, pork, and grilled salmon.
You know, salmon would be really good.
I don't really think of salmon and beer together. The other
yeah.
two sound
Oh,
good.
if you do it right.
Yeah, just got to mix it up. Like, in beer or but the Alt won the bronze at the 2018 World Beer Cup, so they're doing something right.
Yeah. I
want
guess
my-
this is what an alt should be like.
I want my beer salmon colored and flavored.
salmon colored and flavored, please.
A little bit of
go.
grayscale on
But
the
so no,
top.
I was thinking like a fattier food like this would go really well with. So.
Salmon.
Yeah.
There you go.
So Altstadt, founded in Fredericksburg, Texas,
Which actually means old state.
Fredericksburg
Old town.
or old?
That's
But,
what's
yeah.
Altstadt.
Old town.
Yeah.
He got a D in German or something like that.
He got the D in German on it.
Yeah.
So Altstadt, founded in Fredericksburg, Texas, is committed to producing some of the finest authentic German beers available in Texas. They have built one of the most modern state-of-the-art brewing facilities in the U.S. They are one of the only 4 breweries in the U.S. with imported specialized open fermentation equipment. And their award-winning German brewmaster adheres to the German purity laws of 1516, which it's not German, it's Bavarian purity laws, but
Would that
Wasn't
be the-
Bavaria in
it was before it was part of Germany.
Would that be the Reinheitsgebot?
It is.
Reinheitsgebot?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Look at
so,
Tony brushing up on his German knowledge.
so
I
they,
just listened to the podcast, so that's where I got that from.
so they use only hops, barley, yeast, and artesian spring water.
Artisan?
No, not artisan.
That's bread.
Yeah.
No.
So Altstadt espouses old world brewing practices enhanced by modern technology.
You said they use open air fermentation?
Open fermentation, yeah.
Yeah. So does that mean they like allow the natural yeast to?
No, it's just they throw in the German yeast, but
It's allowed to ferment in an open tank so pressure doesn't build on the yeast.
And that's the process of open fermenting.
yeah.
Here's
like
my one
it's
problem.
important when you do half because you don't want to keep half has to breathe a little bit more, I guess. I don't know.
Here's my problem with like a lot of these new traditional breweries, if you will. State of the art. But that's the whole thing about the old world, is that they're very traditional. Like
Yeah.
state of the art stuff, it's like great, but that's not what makes good beer.
Yeah.
All this wooden stuff gave it a very unique taste.
Right.
So we're going to swap all that out for state-of-the-art stainless steel.
Well, you know what happens when you have wooden vessels, right? No, Great London Porter flood.
Yeah.
Nobody up on current events that happened 200 years ago.
Current's all
So
relative.
so it is exposed to the air. So you would get
you could get microbes and whatnot, but it should be in a facility that they're trying to keep as clean as possible.
Well,
No, you can't really.
This doesn't look like some sort of clean room to me.
No.
Well, but you're saying the difference between it's not like Jester King where it's open to like the outside and they're throwing leaves and stuff in there.
Right.
You'll drink some shit.
Yeah. Which and the thing is about Jester King, they'll ferment a bunch of different stuff in that room, and this I'm sure they're only fermenting, their beers and maybe using the same yeast. So
Yeah, that's interesting. Because we always try to make sure we are keeping ours airlocked and stuff.
Yeah. Which I was thinking about doing a half, and then if we do a half, it's I don't know.
How would you do it in a home style?
Open
like
air?
homebrew? Yeah.
I don't know if you really would want to because it's so uncontrolled.
Yeah. I mean, you'd cover it to keep out bugs.
We need to buy a
whatnot.
barn or put one in the backyard.
Put like a mesh
Clean
screen
room
over
barn.
the top of it.
Yeah.
Get the flavors of Pflugerville.
I mean,
When
yeah.
you're really thinking German,
When-
you're thinking Pflugerville.
Did you spell flavors with a P?
Flavors. Dude, you
Flavors
got to
of
do that.
Pflugerville.
Patent pending.
Flavorville.
patent pending.
Flavorville.
Flavorville.
Patent
That might
pending.
be the name of the brewery.
Yeah.
Flavorville.
With a P.
Yeah.
Dude, that is the way. That is
Although
how you do that.
that would probably drive a lot of people away. Like,
but it would bring in
All
of
the people
all
from
from
Pflugerville.
Pflugerville.
Pflugerville's booming.
and coming.
How many
Town
people?
brewery.
How many people are in Pflugerville now?
A few.
I don't know.
No.
I passed a sign on the way over here. I think it said over 100,000 that they're considering
Really?
in Pflugerville.
Yeah.
Wow.
Was that last census or?
Probably like a couple of years
Yeah,
ago.
probably last
I
census.
think the last one was 2015.
Well, I think they update the sign every single time somebody. There was just a guy there. He was like, fuck, 7 more people? A bus just came through? 1 in, 1 out, guys. I can't be changing the sign all day.
There are rules to this thing.
According to Pflugerville.gov, over 57,000 people.
70,000?
I don't know. I don't know how old that is.
Like I said, I don't know.
70,000?
57.
57.
Oh, so
There we go.
And then when they bring that new domain thing, will that be considered Pflugerville?
That's Round
Or
Rock.
that would be Round
No,
Rock.
Round
I think
Rock's
it's
getting
this
one, too.
side.
Yeah.
Dang, I didn't know that.
Have they
There's
broke
just
ground
so
on any
many
of this?
people moving in. Like that sign guy is going to be going crazy.
It's Bob. It's Bill's brother. They're in the loop
Bill
together.
from-
It's
You
all
mean
like-
From Bing.
Bill from Bing? Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So I said Bob, Bill's brother.
From
The radio guy?
Bill from Bing.
Yeah, Bill from Bing.
Yeah.
Who the fuck do you think I was talking about?
I'm just reminding the listeners.
haven't mentioned them in a while, it feels like.
Gotta
Well,
keep those listeners in the loop.
Tony hasn't been on in a while, So
I was on recently. I'm on episodes, even the ones I didn't physically attend.
That is true. Yeah.
I will be listening, and then I will hear myself interject something. I was like, I don't remember drinking that beer. I made a really good point there, though.
French
So it
people are
holds.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's the only point.
So German people.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
How do we
French
feel
people.
about German people?
Well,
cool.
I used to be okay with them, but then this whole Reinstable.
Reinhextable.
Reinhextable.
Well, those are Bavarians.
And the whole you can't call it a Kolsch unless it's from Cologne. Don't like it.
I
don't like
think
subscribing to your foreign rules. No, fuck that. We're gonna call it what we want. This is America.
Alex is sitting
go
there.
take a bubble bath.
Caesar's sitting there behind you. Get off my lawn.
Take a bubble bath.
Last time I
like that.
checked, we're 2-0, baby.
Yeah.
We call it whatever the fuck we want.
Oh man. Okay. Hope no German people are actually listening. So at Altstadt,
we
they
lead this series 2-0.
Best 2 out of 3.
yeah,
Well, we already won.
there you go. Yeah, that's the best. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a good way of
We
looking
didn't
at
have
it.
We
do
don't
the
want this
third
to go
one.
best of 5.
No. So at Altstadt, they utilize hand-selected equipment imported from Germany, not available anywhere else in the country, allowing them to create the most authentic old world-style beers from the Texas Hill Country. They have copper-plated Rolex kettles, which is mash, lauter, and wort, and digital brewing system, which it kind of just does it all on its own. You don't really have to do much.
Automated brewing.
Skynet is active.
Almost, yeah.
Nice.
Skynet.
They also have direct fire Casper Schultz brewing systems. It was discovered by Altstadt's founders in a pre-World War II
That was the
Bavarian brew house.
second win. Yeah.
So, which
That was the follow-up to the
which
first
is
one.
weird because I don't know if they, what do they brew in each? Because they don't need both, but I don't know. But yeah, Altstadt Brewery is passionate about producing supremely drinkable beer that leaves its customers wanting more. I kind of do want more flavor.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
Shots
burn.
fired.
Oh.
You could go too heavy-handed with the flavor, though, and
You really can.
Yeah.
as it is, it's good and drinkable.
With traditional style beers, like I would argue that it's always best to err on the side of caution. Mm-hmm. Because fucking up a traditional style beer, you can get a little too bold, if you will.
Yeah, too American.
Yeah.
That's it. We don't need all those hops.
I really like the color of this beer.
Yes.
Kinda copper.
It's a very nice color.
It pours very, very well.
Like a
That too.
Copperbach.
I don't know if this is a different batch or what, but it's like this one actually seems to have more flavor
I don't know. We'll see.
The second one has more flavor?
to me.
So
I
consistent.
still don't get any of the cherry note.
No, I don't.
Well, there's none in it, right?
It's supposed to have a cherry flavor to it.
Well,
Alt
traditionally,
beers-
but not this one.
Yeah. No, this one doesn't
This-
mention anything about it.
Oh, I see.
But alt beers in general have.
Because you say the
They
Victoria
can
one's
have
different,
like a cherry note, but this one's a bit more subdued.
Now that we're all one beer in, do we want to give our ones and zeros?
Well, we were
Yeah.
supposed to do that on our
First
initial,
impressions?
Yeah.
I think we kind of did.
We kind of did.
I have felt like
Joel didn't like it. The rest of us did.
It's growing on me now.
It was a
though.
one.
Are you at a 1 yet, or are you still at a 0?
I'll give it a 1. It's not horrible.
Would you say that we're all at 1s right now?
I am over one. I want a bratwurst, if that also. So, this would be a good bratwurst beer.
Yeah, it would be.
Pretzel bun, like this is one that they should serve at Wurstfest.
Oh my goodness. So a little bit of mustard on the side, like spicy mustard. Oh man. So as we're saying the name of this brewery, are we saying it right? Or is there like a true German pronunciation of this that we're missing?
Altstadt,
Altstadt?
I believe.
I keep thinking I'm sounding more like
Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Altstadt.
You did. Altstadt.
I don't know. You say it how you want.
Altistati.
There's a good
Yeah.
video.
Altistati. I'm going to say Altistati.
Altistati.
Yeah.
I like that.
I don't think the Germans are too particular on things. So.
That's not what
There's
they're
one
known
thing
for.
about Germans.
They don't get to make choices.
They don't have a
anymore.
lot of rules. Is that what you're
Right,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
They don't get all bent
They
out of
let
shape.
yeah, if you say it wrong.
And say, Aus Wiedersehen.
Looking for sex. European vacation. Chevy Chase. So alt beers. I'm glad you brought that up, Tony. Alt beer is German for old beer. It's a style of beer brewed in the historical regions of Westphalia,
Westphalia,
where you're
born and raised.
Yeah, on the mortar fields where it's been. No,
Wow.
Bad
Nice.
Boys reference. I like it.
It's Fresh Prince.
yeah, around the city and around the city of Dusseldorf. Its name comes from it being top fermented, an older method than the bottom fermentation of other lagered beers.
Do Germans do any ales? They don't do very many ales at all, do they?
Alt beer and
Oh, it's top fermented. You just said that. Dang.
yeah, and
My bad.
your Kolsch. It's also an ale.
You're cold.
Is it?
It's a lagered
But
ale.
I was gonna say, aren't they both kind of lagered ales though?
They are lagered afterwards.
I
Yeah,
gotcha. Okay.
But it has
But
the keyword ale in it.
yeah, it's
so-
fermented that like an ale.
And the keyword lagered?
It's-
Yeah, I was gonna say.
all those keywords. Yeah, and Gosa. That wouldn't be a lager.
That wouldn't be a lager. You're right.
And Hefts and most of your Weiss beers.
Yeah, but when you think of German beers, you think
It's all about
Lager.
it's all about the fermentation, I guess. I gotcha.
yeah. So characteristics of an alt beer: it's usually a dark copper color. So this one is.
Agreed.
Check.
It is fermented at a moderate temperature using a top fermenting yeast,
I'll give it a check.
Maybe.
which gives its flavor some fruitiness, but matured at a cooler temperature, which gives it a cleaner and crisper taste more akin to a lager beer than the normal for top fermented beers.
I would agree with clean and crisp.
Yeah, I would agree.
Don't know about much fruit.
Nah.
Yeah, no fruit.
More caramel and toffee on this one.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
A little bit.
It's got more of that bready, I guess
Maltiness.
Yeah, maltiness. Yeah, definitely have more maltiness.
I feel like I'm getting less of that as I drink it.
You might, yeah.
Tastes a little bit different now.
I feel like this beer is going to be forgettable.
Yeah.
It's like, meh.
Do you think it would taste differently if we had it on draft?
Only if we could go to Fredericksburg and get this on draft.
Well, because, Tony, were you the one that was saying that you knew some people that had their Oktoberfest on draft?
Yes.
And it was completely different?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, who's that?
That's it.
I've had friends that have gone out to the location
Oh, yeah.
specifically because they were looking to do an event out there. I think the ladies were going to wineries. So the guys went to Altstadt. I think it also has a really cool castle or something.
Yeah.
Well, the
their
brewery
place is pretty
itself is like,
What?
looks like almost like a Tudor mansion, like
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
old Henry VIII
A
stored up.
2-door mansion?
Yeah.
They probably have at least 3 doors, though.
3 doors down.
Them 3-door mansions, man.
You people come around the side door.
What do you need, you people?
That's a little bit.
Comes on the side door.
Cutter.
Okay.
I was specifically referring to Cutter.
Yeah.
Y'all can come in.
I'm
That
gonna
motherfucker
stay.
over there has got to go through the side door. But, sir, I'm with them.
I didn't get a rump out of that guy.
Harumph.
Harumph.
So I think it'd be fun to maybe do like an bed and breakfast or something, and then go to. I would prefer to go to the
you, made of
wineries
money?
out there.
Yes.
Wow.
You know, it's it's Airbnbs out there are not expensive.
Well, if we do a bed and breakfast, we got to find a chair lunch dinner because you can't just survive all day.
Wait,
I've never heard that before. Is that a Ross off the top of the dome?
No.
chair, lunch, dinner?
Yeah.
That doesn't.
Bed and breakfast, chair, lunch, dinner.
Yeah,
It's
fill out the rest of your day.
Yeah, exactly. To fill out the rest of your day.
bed and breakfast.
Right.
So it should just be like a chair and dinner or chair and lunch.
Or a chair, lunch, and dinner. Gotta fill out the rest of your meals.
Yeah.
But
You're only gonna eat 2 meals a day, Clint?
there should be
You-
a third
you basic
option.
bitch.
So a chair lunch and then a chair dinner?
No,
Like
it's
two
got to be a
separate
sofa
places?
dinner or something. I don't know.
All right.
Chair,
other-
lunch, and TV dinner.
Chair, lunch, and TV dinner.
Lazy
There
boy,
you go. I'll
lazy boy
take it.
breakfast.
I'll accept it.
No, that's what bed and breakfast is for.
No. Yeah.
So yeah, I think it'd be fun to go out there and go to the brewery. I think it'd be cool.
Fuck you, Tony. We're gonna discuss
imagine-
this bread and breakfast thing a little further.
Bread and
You can have bread at your breakfast.
bread and
All you
breakfast.
want.
Bread and breakfast. That's where it's at. That's if you're made out of money.
A nice bread bowl, and they just pour the beer into the bread.
I don't give that an ooh at all.
I love bread. I love beer. You just combined them.
Bready beer.
Yeah.
Done
there you
and
go.
done.
Like,
You just got to make sure. Well, I'm sure they know what they're doing if they're pouring beer into bread.
Well, you can pour soup into bread and it doesn't leak
Right,
out.
right.
So it's just a very dense bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go out to the brewery and stay at a bread and breakfast.
B&B. Still the same letters.
Still the same.
still, yeah. B&B, we'll call it. Patent pinning.
But we'll know what we're talking about. Anyway. So Altbier, more about Altbier. It's a beer variety strongly associated with the lower Rhine region, which I'm sure you guys are familiar with.
I am.
That's the thing on the lemon, right?
Yeah. and the watermelon, or the cantaloupe for you, right?
Cantaloupe for me, yeah.
Yeah.
Cantaloupe.
Biting into that rind, getting all that flavor.
Hey, Cutter, you can't elope. You got to pick a date soon.
Yeah.
Or just elope. We don't give a shit. Just get it over with.
Just have a party so I can drink.
We've already done that.
We've already had the party.
No, I mean another one where everybody can.
Okay. So Altbier is a variety strongly associated with the lower Rhine region, and especially in the towns of Dusseldorf, Krefeld, and Mönchengladbach.
Oh, I've been there.
Okay. Although-
Macho Glad Bags?
Yeah.
This does not sound good.
Mönchengladbach. Anyway. Although it remains popular in these towns, its market share elsewhere has been falling all across the region, and it's dropped below 5%.
Is that because IPAs have been taken over?
Right. German
Fucking
IPAs.
IPAs.
What?
No. But and then elsewhere in Germany,
IPLs.
yeah. Well, no, those are all right. Elsewhere in Germany, very little alt is sold even. So yeah, the first producer to use the name alt to contrast its top fermented beer with the bottom fermenting lagers was Schumacher Brewery in Dusseldorf, which opened in 1838.
Are they still around?
I'm not.
Why were they mocking
I
shoes?
think so. They can't fight back. Why not?
Moccasin shoes?
So, I don't know when they started brewing the alt though. But market leader in terms of volume sold is Dibbles.
Dibbles.
It's a brand within the AB InBev brewing empire.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, maybe it's only in Germany.
Is it IE or is it EI?
IE
It's
Dibbles.
Dibbles. Now, do you know? No. Okay. Other mass market brewers of Altbier include Radeberger Group under the brand Schlosser Alt.
I don't want to eat at that
Hansa
restaurant.
Alt.
Radaburger? No, thank you.
Yeah.
No, it's
Like
like
the Wahlburgers?
Radaburger. That's red, man.
No, that's Whataburger.
No,
I was thinking of
it's
Wahlburgers.
Whataburger had a rat in their fryer, so they are also Radaburger.
Which location?
The Bastrop one on the way to
I've
Houston.
never eaten at that one.
Wait, what's
so
a burger
I'm
doing in a
okay.
fryer, though?
I've eaten there.
Boom. Found a hole in your logic there.
What? No, he
Bitch.
said a rat.
Yeah, but what's a burger doing in a fryer?
There was no
It wasn't
burger.
the only rat. That was the one that killed itself.
Rat and chicken.
Burger never touches the fryer.
It's like it's a number 11.
Yeah, I saw that video. They were trying to stop it, but it just went.
They were.
Oh, no.
They frying rats here.
So you just scoop it out. It's like,
Oh yeah.
we need
Salt
fries
it.
down.
Oh.
Ain't no time, man.
As long as it hits
Ain't nobody
160. Like,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, that was a UTLSU weekend. Earlier this year.
LS2?
That place really went downhill after Chicago took it over, you know?
Oh,
A Chicago private
Yeah.
equity firm bought Whataburger
Right.
They really?
earlier this summer.
oh, yeah.
yeah. Did you
I
guys?
didn't realize that.
Yeah.
It was in
Leah's-
Texas Monthly.
Anyway,
Altstadt. I'm glad you brought that up, Tony. Altstadt literally means old town.
Hey Ross, what does Altstadt mean?
I feel like that was brought up earlier.
Yeah.
Hey, Ross, what does Altstadt mean?
Yeah.
Thought you asked.
It is
Cutter?
It is one of the 49 boroughs of Dusseldorf.
You just like saying that word, I'm pretty certain.
Dusseldorf. Why not? Yeah.
I like saying Hasselhoff.
Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff.
Don't
Hasselhoff.
Is he German?
No,
Yes.
he's big in Germany.
That's what I was saying. He's big in Germany, but is he German?
I believe he is
Well,
German.
of German descent.
Descent, right? Not
I'm pretty sure.
probably Canadian
born
for all
here.
I know.
Hey,
I'm gonna say
Bill.
he's. I'm gonna say
Cutter's gonna bing it anyway. So Altstadt is also known to have the longest bar in the world. Längste Thinke der Welt. That's
the name of the bar?
That's Germany. No, that's the longest bar in the world. Because the old town has more than 300 bars and discotheques. There's a rumor that the actual bar in each bar connects to the bar next door. So it's the
that's cool.
longest. But I don't believe that's the case anymore. But at one time, it probably could have been.
Wait,
Would you say that they built the wall?
They built a bar.
they built a bar.
Yeah.
Where is this?
Oh, that's just says
Dusseldorf.
the longest bar. or
Dusseldorf.
something
In
like
Old
that.
Town.
Oh, that's a good
Dusseldorf.
idea. We should just have a bar along our border, and then we can just come to the table, come to the bar, and have a drink, and we can all hold hands, and we'll all be happy.
We'll all be drinking Vienna style lagers.
So like instead of like Thanksgiving, it'll be a new holiday where the Americans and the Mexicans get together and
Yeah, just at the bar. I don't
Eat
know which side's
tacos
serving.
and
it's actually a really good idea, Bill.
I don't know which side's
It's a very
serving. That
wholesome
might be
idea. That's a very wholesome idea. It's like, oh, we brought you tecates.
I like cervezas.
Where's the line?
Here's the Sam Adams.
Yeah, right. What would he trade for it?
So they have the longest bar in the world, or they used to.
Yeah, so the...
But it's probably not true, though.
well, no, but I believe at one time they did. They were all connected. But now it's just more of like a name because they just have so many bars in this one vicinity of the town. So, yeah.
Huh.
That'd be a place to visit there, though.
Probably has more bars than like the population ratio is probably off. Like,
Well, they have so many
Well,
discotheques.
yeah. Probably not too many people actually living in Old Town, I don't think.
Yeah.
In Altstadt.
More bars, more stars.
Yeah, you got stars like Diane Kruger, Till Schwager,
Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff.
Dusseldorf.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hasselhoff was born in Dusseldorf,
No, he was born in.
Scranton.
Wilkes-Barre, PA.
if they make a good burger, he'll be there.
So Cutter, while you're in Dusseldorf, you know what's good to check out?
Some sort of Holocaust museum.
No, almost as disappointing. Dallas barbecue.
Oh, man. Don't say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
I like it.
Owned and operated by New York natives, Dallas Barbecue is a family-run restaurant with 4-generation history in New York City and none in Dallas. And you know, it doesn't get
fuckers.
much more authentic than Texas barbecue from New York City. Dallas Barbecue not only covers every borough in the city except Staten Island and under the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man's hat, but now they have tainted Dusseldorf, tainted with deliciousness. The house specialty is still the slow-cooked rotisserie chicken and baby back ribs, and they are also well regarded for their wings, burgers, and seafood, and Texas-sized fountain drinks.
You haven't mentioned brisket at all.
No,
Yeah.
just wait, you motherfuckers. Why do you always do this?
Sorry.
By staying hip and fun while being reasonably priced, Dallas Barbecue caters to all sorts of world-renowned Texas barbecue enthusiasts like Till Schwager, Simon Gruber, Captain America, I Love You Man star Paul Rudd, and Johnny Storm. And what's more Texas than that? Really, who thinks of Paul Rudd and doesn't think of Texas barbecue? Dallas Barbecue. Brisk, get this in your mouth. They're not actually in.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better then. Remember when KFC used to go by Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they slowly started changing in the late
Just
90s.
KFC. Yeah.
And then for a brief moment, they went Kitchen Fresh
Kitchen
Chicken.
Fresh Chicken. Yeah. I remember.
Oh,
that.
really? Wow.
Yeah, that was right around when they had the grilled chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah. And I remember getting it and like.
Dark times, man.
Even their grilled chicken was still fried.
You know,
Do you remember the Double Down? Do they still
Yeah.
have that?
Oh, yeah. They still have it.
do they still have it?
Yeah,
Okay.
they do.
I remember going
Awful.
out to get that, and I was like,
The powerful bread lobby keeps stopping my research.
The bread lobbyists were trying to stop it, but they couldn't do it.
they didn't have enough dough.
Did you say
Yeah.
bread or Brett?
Bread.
Nice.
I just want to say for the record that 2 people laughed at that joke.
Well, I don't think
I don't
Clint
usually
did.
like puns, but that wasn't bad.
Get another one of them cold cruisers.
Of course.
Oh, really?
That's not how that opens.
Yeah, round 3.
Yeah, 3 for me. You already had your 3, right?
Yeah, I'm almost done.
Yeah.
Can I get number 3?
Speaking of which, everybody's caught up on Mandalorian, though.
I haven't
Y'all see
watched
the news actually that came out today?
What?
Ryan Johnson's going to direct the next episode.
Don't you do that.
He's not, but
That's disgusting.
I'm just waiting for people to shit on it.
but the last episode of the season, Taika Waititi is going to be directing that one.
Oh, that's
So-
awesome.
Why?
Because they have different directors. The first 3, I think, were directed by Jon Favreau, but then after that,
No,
The last one was a
directed-
lady.
I feel like
directed
the
by.
fourth one was Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yes.
Oh, really? That's cool.
I thought John Favreau
Oh, yeah.
wrote them all,
He didn't write all of them, but he wrote 1 through 4.
and then
He's a
what's his-
creator.
The
He has the writer credit
Rebels
for like most
is
of them.
the dude that directed Rebels and Clone Wars animated series was the director for
Yeah,
the first
you guys
3.
talked about that before. Yeah. I was at a movie the other day, and Guy
Oh.
Ritchie's putting on another movie.
No.
And
What?
it's a collective of people, and that guy,
King Arthur
director,
2.
no. I saw that.
We need more of that.
Sherlock Holmes 3.
That director you're
Oh,
saying,
jeez.
I can't see his name.
Taika
Jon Favreau?
Tiki.
Oh, Taika.
He's
Waititi.
actually an actor in it, and
Cool.
he shows up. But there's like a collective. I can't remember
Well,
who
he
was in it,
he was in the first episode of The Mandalorian
but
as well.
they're showing the trailer.
Who was he?
The robot.
He was he was just a
that's right.
voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is one of the things I really like about it is they could like flood you with actors and characters and everything, but mostly it's just like 2 or 3 that are important to the the story, which I like that.
So I recognized Brian Posehn. I didn't
Yeah.
pick up on the Horatio Sands.
Yeah,
like, I
me
heard his
neither.
voice and it
I
was
looked-
familiar.
Yeah.
But then I saw at the end, I was like, wait, who was he?
Yeah.
I was the voice.
Because I
He was
forget
the
that he lost
alien.
all the weight now. So
Yeah, me too, yeah.
And Carl Weathers, I mean,
he said he's going to be back for season 2.
And no spoilers, but you can tell that he's going to be a big part.
Yeah.
He's got some stew going.
Yeah. Throw some
bones in there.
Throw a bone in there. You got a stew going.
Some midichlorians.
Throw some dewback bones in there.
So the story's great. The visuals are great. Voices are great.
Yeah.
Joel, I think Clint got a rage boner when you said that it was going to be Rian Johnson. Like that he was going to be able to argue about this show now, finally.
No, I thought about that earlier. I was like, how can I rile you guys up about Mandalorian?
Yeah.
That is like immediately hate status for you, right?
Because the Baby Yoda thing is getting a little overwhelming right now. I just keep seeing it everywhere.
I don't know if I would hate it if he directed it, but if they could let him write.
Yeah, anyway.
If they let him
Leah went and saw Knives Out the other day.
I want to see that.
She goes, maybe I don't hate Rian Johnson like all the way around.
Did you call it off?
I'm
delayed it.
Radically indifferent. So
a few more months.
Oh, that's right. That my mom wanted to see that, and I was like, who's directing? I was looking at it. I was like the movie, and it's like, Rian
if he
Johnson.
Does his own thing
if he does his own
doesn't
thing,
pollute
that's
some
fine.
other.
But but the problem is there's lore, there's previous stories to consider,
and he threw everything.
He decided to shit on all of it.
Yeah,
so he needs to stay in his lane and just direct.
He needs to stay in his lane and do his own creative stuff and not be involved in something that's like part of a series.
Right. Well, in the writing,
unless he's going to actually adhere to the previous lore, previous character developments, all these other things.
Was he involved in the writing? Because that's what.
Yeah, he was involved in the writing for Knives Out or for the Last Jedi.
For any of the Star Wars stuff.
The Last Jedi. Yeah, he wrote and directed the Last Jedi.
Yeah.
You know what was great about that movie?
Is he responsible for Rose?
Rian Johnson.
Oh,
if he's responsible for Rose's character, then...
No, he's responsible for the whole fucking movie.
No, that's what I'm saying.
He thought the
just
whole
that
thing,
one little thing, just
the whole thing with
that
he thought
waste.
the whole thing with Rose and Finn was a good idea.
Yeah.
And then they filmed it, and he still kept it in.
I think you guys would be happy to know my dad agrees with you.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about Star Wars, and he asked me if I want to see the new one. I was like, I got to watch all the other ones. And he goes, they fucked up with that last one with The Last Jedi. He's like, they destroy the whole story.
There's some new force powers in the new one.
New powers.
Hey, you gotta start hating J.J. Abrams and start hating him.
I think you kind of do a little bit anyway.
Well, aren't they going to have like
7.
a force time jump where they get to go back in and then like...
Yeah, new force powers.
No, you're thinking of the Avengers.
Oh, yeah, where they create a wormhole and then go back and it's like, wait, how many Death Stars are there?
Isn't the Hulk in this new one too?
Is Endgame on
Tony
Netflix
Stark.
or Disney Plus?
Disney Plus.
It was just a crossover episode?
Because there's some licensing issues with Netflix. I know that like Netflix has a couple of Star Wars movies and
Oh, well,
all the
Disney
Star
Plus
Wars
has all
movies
Star
are
Wars.
yeah, all the Star Wars movies are on there.
Are you sure? I thought I didn't have Rogue One.
Nope,
Rogue One is
on there.
definitely on
It's
there.
on
I
there.
saw it
Really?
on there today.
Yep.
I thought they said they weren't having like one or
Cinderella's
two.
not on there until September 1st, 2020.
Cinderella
and
is
there was
on
something
there.
else.
What?
I was-
The animated movie?
No, the
live action. Who the fuck cares?
Wants, yeah.
Are they debuting it on there?
Literally, I went through,
that
like,
Ella?
Leah showed me their whole catalog yesterday, and I was like, I don't really care about
And
any of
you
this.
came up with, well, if the live action Cinderella is not on there, I'm not having it. I am out.
Literally, she went movie by movie. Like, we went through every movie, and it's like, oh, Cinderella's can't be played until September 1st, 2020.
And you were like, this is fucking bullshit.
This is fucking bullshit.
No,
Oh, this
it was the
fucking
one that,
sucks.
It was the one that stood out. Is licensing. Like, it's like clearly it's licensing.
Wait, there's a live action that's already out?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a long
it's
time
an older
ago.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not that old.
It's fucking fuck
Wow.
Cutter.
70s?
Cutter,
probably?
fuck you.
Why don't you yell into your mic a little bit
With
more?
your
Yeah.
Cinderella.
I'm peeking at the right time.
Very, yes. It's going to be distorted.
That's what P.F. Chang said.
Okay. Yeah. Speaking of Mulan. it's gonna be
That
on-
trailer looks pretty
gonna
good,
be on
though.
Disney Plus, right? Or no, I guess they're releasing it.
Fuck the new Mulan. They're changing the story. You're adding characters.
But it's going to be more like the folktale, right? Or
Yeah.
because, I mean, dragon.
Because that's what made it popular. Yeah.
Exactly. And the Szechuan sauce, which if you're freaking out about Szechuan, fuck you. Whatever.
Well, it's all those
Szechuan
Rick
sauce
and Morty
is
fans.
not good.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So is that a
And
direct to Disney Plus? or is it
McNuggets fucking suck too. So fuck you. Double fuck you. Whatever.
Wendy's has an edge on that. They're
Firstly,
better.
Well, they have spicy nuggets.
Ooh,
now.
the spicy ones are good too. Yeah.
McNuggets are pretty decent.
Remember when they were gray
Oh,
before the white meat?
They were kind
Do
of
you
great.
remember when they had the 50 buckets?
Yes.
They don't do that anymore? I know you can't do it in drive-thru. I haven't seen it.
Remember the McDLT?
I don't know that one. What's the...
It kept the vegetables separate from the meat. It was.
I don't remember that at all.
It was back when they had styrofoam.
I don't think I ever had that. I was more of a quarter pounder man myself.
This was when you would have been a Happy Meal man.
We didn't have Happy Meals back then.
What?
That was, yeah.
See,
As my
these are
dad was
called
just getting out of the
unhappy
military,
meals.
we had nothing.
Hey,
So you had to eat more? You had to eat the quarter pounder?
We were eating Whoppers back then because back when the Whopper was $1.
There you go. 99 cents.
Yeah.
Half a Whopper.
Half a Whopper. We were splitting it.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Well, yeah, because if you're a kid,
They
you're
were
not
big
eating a
back
whole
then.
one. Yeah, yeah. Which I don't know
That's
if
what
they're
she said.
I don't know if they're the same size now, but
They're smaller.
small.
They did get
They're not-
smaller.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
well, afterwards,
Yeah, they upped the price and lowered the size of it, and it's
You still make-
This is America.
The fuck does that mean, Tony?
you're gonna make as much money as you can off
yeah.
of as little as possible.
We're in Pflugerville.
We're in flavor country.
Exactly.
Flavor.
But fuck that.
Flavor. So did you guys ever have, like, I feel like it was always McDonald's, like 5-1. Like every 5 McDonald's I had, maybe I had a Whopper from Burger
Yeah.
King. Like I didn't go to Burger King very often.
McDonald's.
I would have preferred Burger King as a kid.
My parents had to drive 30 minutes to get fast food, like when I was young.
In Montezuma.
Of course you did.
They didn't just go down to Aztec.
When we went to Dodge, we always went to
Dodge, Kansas,
McDonald's
nice.
because they had a big old like old timey
The
stagecoach.
two-story? Oh.
Like, and so you could sit like there was like the McDonald's like plastic benches in the stagecoach.
That's cool.
And so it was pretty cool to sit up in there. So
Except
you
when
always
the kid pees on it.
Yeah.
fucking kids peeing on shit.
Until the sheriff came out and shot
Well,
a
then
kid.
you just
Why-
wipe it
what?
off.
They
Why are they
hose it
peeing on
down.
shit?
Why are you peeing on shit?
Well,
That's
that's
Kansas.
how you.
Yeah, I guess.
So you probably didn't have fast food very often.
No,
Until,
I
like,
didn't.
college, probably, right?
No Chick-fil-A.
There's still zero Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Really?
I don't remember.
I don't know
Chick-fil-A
why, because
growing
that sounds like it's right up
Chick-fil-A
everybody.
was in the mall, I think. The
Chick-fil-A
first one
was-
I saw.
Was in
Yeah.
the mall.
Yeah, San Jack.
Oh,
Mall.
yeah.
They had
First
Now that I think
Chick-fil-A
about it,
I
yeah.
ever saw was LBJ Student Center.
Yeah.
Nice.
We
Is
had-
that a Texas State thing?
Yeah, it
it.
is.
That was at Texas Teachers College,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think I ever
Southwest?
Southwest Texas.
I
Teachers
was
College.
the first Chick-fil-A I saw was at Southwest Texas State University.
Because you guys were there for the first year, right? Or
I was there
last
for the
year.
first
last
The
year.
last 4 days is what I was there for. but my orientation was there during that summer.
Texas Teachers Normal College, right? Or,
That was
no.
the second name?
You should be like, so my
I thought it
student
was Texas
loans
Teachers
are...
Women's College.
Oh,
That-
you shut your goddamn mouth.
No, I thought it was.
That's sexist.
That's
I
why
thought
they
it
let
started
her in.
as a...
Well, yeah, it was a women. Well, it was a teachers' college.
Teachers College.
So, and all the
You shut
teachers
your
were
mouth.
women. So,
Go ahead and say it.
Mom.
Eat 'em up bears.
Cats.
But, cats, sorry. Yeah. No.
Meow.
I have bears.
Sick 'em bears.
We got tickets to our next game on Groupon, $5.
That's a bit much.
That's a bit much.
3 for 1.
Remember that one
You know
year?
what you know what the motto is in Texas State? Like, the game may be priceless, but tailgating's free.
Hey, that's on your Twitter feed.
Yeah, I know, right?
Remember that one year you were half good, and then the coach quit to actually go to a good school?
Yeah, no. To a good school, he went to Rice.
Yeah, exactly. Ivy League, man.
How did he do?
That's not Ivy League.
It is.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, they're considered, yeah.
They really lowered that bar. Huh?
They really did.
Go Owls.
It's a southern...
Mike Jones.
I like it.
It's Houston.
Fucking
it's Owls,
bailiff.
It's all over the place.
Paul Wall. People's champ.
I saw a commercial
Little
with
flip.
Pitbull today.
What?
Doing it was like a phone commercial or something.
Boost Mobile.
Yeah, it was like
Mr.
what?
Worldwide.
Mr.
Probably.
Worldwide is doing a Boost Mobile commercial.
Apparently, YouTube thinks I'm poor because it keeps on throwing me like Cricket and fucking Boost Mobile.
Whoa, whoa,
and shit.
whoa! There's nothing wrong with Cricket Mobile.
There are things.
There's a lot of things wrong with it. I used to have it. They do try to take advantage of you, and I understand. You don't want all the bells and whistles.
Cricket, if you'd like to redeem yourself as one of our sponsors.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Hey, Cutter, have you ever heard of Cricket? They're a phone company for the poor.
Firstly, you got to know what a crumpet is. If you
Before you do it, cricket. There you go, Casey Jones.
So you're like-
Another New York native. It eats
I ain't never looked at another man before.
You're a claustrophobic.
You want a fist in the mouth? I ain't even looked at another man before.
Jose Canseco bat.
Tell me you didn't pay money for this. That line was delivered poorly, by the way.
In the movie or
in
now?
the movie.
I don't remember.
Because he says it like that. Tell me you didn't pay money for it. Like it should be like, tell me you didn't pay money for this.
Wait,
Yeah.
are you saying the guy that played Casey Jones?
No, that was Raphael.
Oh, it was Raphael. Oh.
Get the reference, Tony.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. It was only like 20, 30 years ago.
Which actually, he's in the cab that hits Raphael. The guy playing Raphael is in the cab that hits Raphael.
Oh,
when he's
really?
crossing the street. Yeah.
What the heck was that? There's some kind of big turtle in a trench coat. You want to go to LaGuardia, right?
Do you remember the movie that Raphael went to go see?
Oh.
Man, where do they come up with this stuff?
Yeah.
What did you go see?
Critters.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I was trying to think of what it was. I was like, I can't.
Wasn't Leonardo DiCaprio on that one?
Oh wait, he was in the third one.
Wasn't that his first role?
I think.
Or-
Well, he was Luke on Growing Pains. I think
was.
before that, but it might have been his first movie.
Oh, you guys are serious? He was actually in that?
Wait,
Yeah,
Growing
yeah.
Pains.
Yeah, Growing Pains.
Yeah.
Was he
that's-
on Growing Pains?
He
Yeah,
was.
he
He
was,
was
yeah.
Luke. He lived in a dumpster.
Yep, he did.
And then his dad
It
came and got him.
paralleled
one
his
episode.
life, didn't it? It wasn't Leonardo DiCaprio.
Was he? I don't know.
He came from nothing, essentially.
Sounds about right.
Probably.
But he acted at an early age, so.
It's true.
I thought he was on Who's the Boss or something like that.
Nah.
It's Growing Pains. With Kirk Cameron.
There you go. Crazy Kirk Cameron. Tracy Gold.
Alan
Thicke.
Alan Thicke, yeah.
I remember the
Is that
little
with two C's?
Ashley Joe Johnson. No, wait, no. She was in Power Rangers.
No, that's Amy Jo Johnson. Which, by the way, did you know that Susie Q is not on? Wasn't a Disney Channel original movie?
I didn't know. I don't know what that movie is.
It starred Amy Jo Johnson, but it was featured all the way through the 90s on fucking Disney Channel.
Disney Channel?
Yeah.
I only watch Gravity Falls.
I'll have you know that it has a big mystery element and a lot of humor that goes over kids' heads.
Is that good? It's referenced
It's
all the
sti-
time
it's still
on
good.
Reddit.
Is it?
It was referenced all the time on Rick and Morty, too, or is there a few times?
Is
in
it
Rick and
really?
Morty. Yeah.
Really?
It apparently takes place in the same universe.
What?
That makes more sense.
What I know about Rick and Morty, I've seen like 3 episodes, but it's all I did a little bit of research, and it's all like apparently they take place because there's an episode where in Gravity Falls they throw something through a portal. And
Yeah.
like in an episode,
It comes through the portal?
yeah, it comes to that's something. It comes through the same portal. And
The orange?
sure,
Is that? I don't know. I can't remember. I know the portal you're talking about.
yeah.
And I think I remember it on Rick and Morty. But
I like Cutter's like, I've seen 14 seasons of Supernatural and 3 episodes of Rick and Morty.
So he gets references.
I get references, goddamn
from
it.
those episodes.
I'm Cutter.
Pickle Rick. I got nothing.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that.
Hey,
Rick and Morty, didn't they make a porno?
I thought that was a Seth Rogen movie. It's Rick
Zach
and Morty.
and Miri.
Yeah, that's what I said. Rick and Morty.
Zack and Mary.
All right.
Rick and Morty make a porno.
Rick and Morty make a porno.
Was that Cameron Diaz?
No,
Who was
it's
the blonde?
Elizabeth Banks.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's Rita.
Or on Scrubs.
Rita from the. why can I not think of Rita's last name from the Power Rangers?
Repulsa.
Repulsa. She was Rita Repulsa.
I think she
also.
passed away recently, right?
Elizabeth Banks.
No. The old Rita Repulsa.
No, she made some stupid comments about Charlie's Angels, though.
Lucy Liu.
No, Elizabeth Banks. She's
wanna hear
in the
from
new
Lucy,
one. She
yeah.
said it didn't succeed because of men. I don't know.
That sounds like
Because of
what's her
men?
name?
Yeah.
Brie Larson.
Yeah, Cosmic Karen,
Brie Larson's Cosmic Karen.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, Brie Larson was anyway.
This isn't a movie for men
Yeah, she was
about Captain Marvel.
Oh.
That's a
This is for
weird
women.
statement.
Yeah, it's like what?
I did notice something when I went to the movie theater recently.
I
It was
watched
all.
it. It was not.
It had Ben Mendelsohn in it though.
Huh?
He was good. The Australian guy, the Skrull. He's in other stuff.
He is.
He was in The Dark Knight.
He was.
I think he got his
Who
face
was he in
crushed.
Dark Knight?
The bad guy,
Yeah.
evil guy that was trying to control Bane.
Yeah.
Because it was Dark Knight Rises.
Wait, there's a guy that was trying to control him? I remember the woman.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It
because
was
he
a
was
politician or something like that.
That's right. That was a tense scene.
Yeah, but he's also in Mississippi Grind and
Killing Them Softly, Place Beyond the Pines, Black Sea, Axe Cop, Ready Player One, and Rogue One.
Avatar.
no with
The Last Airbender?
The
Are
Last
you
Airbender.
ready? Are you guys
With
ready for
Brad
the next
Pitt?
4 avatars?
Yeah. I didn't see
aren't
the
there
first one
supposed to be
either.
5 more?
I don't know.
There's going to be a
Probably
lot more.
15.
Yeah,
Avatar, what?
it's the movie
Airbender
with, no,
or
the other one,
the other one?
the blue.
The blue.
Oh,
blue dude.
Pocahontas?
Yeah.
The guy who sells out his entire species to clap alien cheeks.
Make it clap, make it clap.
He's clapping.
Cut his clapping it. Cut his clapping. You might not be able to hear it
Oh
off
my
mic,
god,
but
man.
He clapped them
I-
cheeks.
That's what happens. I never saw it. I saw like 15 minutes of it, but
Look, I watched it once. I was like, I don't know how this earned $1 billion.
That,
it was
I saw it 3 times. I got $1 billion.
It's your
I saw
fault.
it once. I was like, okay, I guess
The technology at the time was
yeah, it was
mind blowing. I guess it's 3D.
But it wasn't. It didn't even make me want to go. Like, oh yeah,
Did you see
definitely
it in
watch that
3D?
again.
That was the problem. A lot of people went to go see it multiple times.
I saw Titanic multiple times. It wasn't even.
I don't
supposed-
think
better
I've
than
made it all
Titanic.
the way through Titanic
What?
either.
Yeah.
I never watched
After
it.
the boobs,
Better
it's
than
like,
Tit-
what's the point?
Yeah, exactly. Let me rephrase. I watched 3 minutes of Titanic a lot of times.
On mute.
If I had known as a child that was in there, I would have gone
I don't
to
think
see
I've
it.
ever seen the full movie of Titanic.
It's on net, or it was on Netflix.
No,
know.
I don't.
saw that about 3 times.
I don't
also.
want to.
It's probably on Disney Plus now because Disney owns the world. So Altstadt.
So, hey, we're all
Altstadt.
3 beers in. Except
Are
for
we?
Joel.
Except for Joel.
Oh, wow. He does have some.
I say little. Cutter and Clint are
Clint,
4
Cutter
beers
and
in.
myself are done. Clinton
Is there more?
This is a 1.
is 1.
Yeah, this is solid beer. I mean, it's. There's nothing that stands out about it, but it's not bad. It's totally drinkable. It's smooth, no bite to it, nice and crisp. It's a 1.
Is this enough to get you to go visit their brewery?
No, this wouldn't be enough to like. This wouldn't make me be like, oh,
They
I
have a
got
Kolsch.
An actual Kolsch?
I need to go try it, but
They're brewers.
their Oktoberfest. I remember I didn't really like their Oktoberfest.
No, that was like
I would say their Oktoberfest
I think-
was not
yeah, that's
representative
what I was
of what
think-
their
I
Oktoberfest
think
is known for. Like
their
in the bottle,
Oktoberfest-
in the bottle, it wasn't that good this year.
The Oktoberfest was my least favorite of the
I
Oktoberfest
think it
we
was
had.
all of our least favorite.
And then this is, yeah, it's drinkable, but it's like I said, it doesn't like excite me or anything. So
Would it be like your previous statement when you said it's not? Was it you or Cutter who said it was not memorable?
me,
It was him.
Okay, yeah, so it's
yeah,
Clint.
I think it's just not
Stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joel said your comment wasn't memorable.
Oh,
Apparently, I don't remember it at all.
I said your
there you go.
face wasn't memorable.
man, getting it all over the place right now. It's still a 1. It's just not. Yeah, it's nothing special, my opinion.
So yeah, I'd say it's not memorable. There's nothing like super. It's like, I really need an alt from Altstadt. But there's also nothing wrong with it. It's got some good caramel, good toffee flavors in there. Nothing offensive. Still good flavor. Still 1. I don't know if I would go out to Fredericksburg just to have an alt.
Righto.
Are there other breweries out there that we could go to?
Fredericksburg?
Probably. Right?
There's nearby.
There's wineries.
I don't think there's any other breweries nearby.
Save the World's up the road a little bit. But
Marble Falls.
So not necessarily Fredericksburg, but
Also Beer King.
High isn't too far away, and they have a couple
Yeah,
places.
Garrison Brothers is listed as something to do while you're in Fredericksburg.
Yeah, we would want to do Garrison Brothers if we were going out
That's-
there.
Yeah,
Bourbon, but yes.
yeah. Yeah,
But
that's
not far.
right. That's what
There's a
I
high cider company out there too.
is there?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
That'll be a place
within
I don't
a mile
go.
and a half of Garrison Brothers is high cider. Apparently, there's a rum distillery out there too. There's a lot of stuff popping up in the high out there, but
That's where the land is.
referencing the brewery that we're talking about, Altstadt, I give it a 1. I like it. It's like most lagers. I don't feel like there's anything like super special about them.
Yeah.
Even though this is a lagered ale, like
Yeah.
I still enjoy it. I feel like like most German style beers, I feel like they're better with big fatty meats. Like this one, like this one, I wish they kind of served.
Tell us more about how you like that big fatty meat.
I wish they would serve this or one of their beers at Wurstfest.
Call me Big Papa. Did they not?
No,
Were they not there at Wurstfest?
No, they've got Shiner.
Weird, they're not that far from.
The only beers that Shiner or that Wurstfest has is Shiner, both Bach and Oktoberfest.
Yeah,
they had
really
Bud Light and Miller Lite.
Yeah, of course.
For domestics, those four, and then for imports, they had a few German beers. Yeah. But no, I'd give it a 1, although I don't think it's anything super special.
Yeah,
but it's definitely something I could drink 3 of, no problem. Or even I would definitely drink this again.
Yeah, and being 4.8%, it's not something that drink 3 of and get super drunk.
Also true.
So it's easy drinking lawnmower beer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Joel has joined us in his 3 beers.
Yes.
I think I'm on par with Clint and Cutter that this beer's not very memorable. And
I didn't
it
say
is.
That.
I'm saying I'm in between. I'm in between. I think I'm with Cutter in the sense of like, this is kind of one of the first beers I think I've had where it's like, if I'm struggling to figure out what pairs with the beer, like as you go to Google, it's just like, hey, what pairs with this? I almost think this could pair, just be like, grab this if you want to eat anything, and then just move on. But like, I think it'd be great to have paired this with something. It got better. Like, it was unique from the beginning and then got better towards the end. But towards the end, it just started becoming kind of bland. Like, it just didn't really taste like much of anything. Mm-hmm. And at first, I was a little shocked. I was like, I don't know if I like this. And then it just kind of blanded out towards the end. And now it's kind of forgettable. But I still give it a 1 because it's not like it's horrible. Like, it's not too heavy. It's not too sour or sweet. It's like, it's a beer and move on. This might be one of Cutter's 3 beers to get to Shiner, or what is it? Shiner to 3
Guinness.
Guinness.
This is
not even.
No,
close.
this is probably below a Bach. This is probably even lighter than a Shiner Bach.
Well, I would think if you got somebody from who like drinks only light beers, your mainstream stuff.
Well, you start at the Shiner Bach.
You start there?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you go to the Guinness.
The Bach starts here. So you would say,
Bach.
Joel, no impurities, no regrets. You would drink this, but no real memories?
Yeah. As I open a 4th one. Because we're going to share this, right, Ross? Is this the last one?
Oh, if you
Is there
want to
any
share
other
it.
one in Cutter?
There aren't any more in there.
Oh, okay. So the 3 of those?
But I can get a different beer.
No, you're good. I would say it feels like this was a good beer all around. Wish it could have had maybe a little bit more lasting flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'd be curious to try it in their
tap room. Yeah.
Just to see if it's any different, because I feel like there's like a little bit it gets lost in the bottling process in times. So all in all, enjoyed the beer. Would be curious to see, is it better, is it worse, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like the Cutter of beers. Forgettable. Wish it would last longer.
It is the Cutter.
No, nobody can forget Cutter.
I just thinking of all the things you guys said.
That burn that just keeps on.
I feel like I'm working my way up to large stadiums.
Yep.
Is it like a Dimitri Martin joke or something?
No, it's a Letterkenny reference.
I forgot to mention.
Just between us girls.
Somebody on Ask Reddit said, what's the show that caught you from the beginning? Because this last week it was like 2 questions. It was like
Supernatural.
Supernatural was up there, but also Supernatural was another thread, which was what got you from the first season and then just shit the bed after that. Supernatural was at the top, pretty high up. And then Letterkenny or whatever was up there as being like what caught you from the beginning. Like, and you're like, I'm going to watch
A lot of
this.
people hated the fart book episode.
Yeah, I don't enjoy it.
Letterkenny?
I thought it was okay.
That's the it's okay.
Is that a Supernatural episode?
No, Letterkenny.
There's worse episodes, I'd say.
Well, it's all the different like tracks. Like some people don't like Stewart. I like Stewart.
Which guy is Stewart?
He's like some of our stuff on Instagram.
Was he one of the 2 main guys?
Wait, the person has?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
noticed that.
No.
Is that one of the two main guys, or is it like a side character?
Stewart is like the main
the
tweaker.
skid.
Yeah, main
Yeah.
skid.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can see why people don't like him. I think it's an interesting character.
Yeah, I like him.
Dude,
But
he got to date
sometimes. It's like a tube sock full of tennis balls down there.
Looked like a 1 liter thermos hanging there.
It's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, right? Is that the same?
No, it's the opposite.
That's the opposite.
Throwing a sequoia down a
Massive
fucking
crank.
Yeah,
That's what they say.
a massive crank. Good for Stewart.
Well, it's a terrific opportunity.
Good for you, Stuart.
But he likes gay.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
Surprised from watching the first 2 or 3 episodes.
yeah. She hasn't even come around yet.
Where are we at?
I don't know what's going on.
Well, you guys are for not being memorable. 4 beers in.
Clint's on Twitter. I don't know.
Jose Cuervo.
Clint's staring at pictures of eggplants.
Would you like your rim salted?
I don't want to be on either end of that. All right.
Hey, really enjoyed talking about Altstadt. It seems like it was a good beer all around. The vote was for brats with this, I guess.
It was a
Cheese brats?
drinkable beer all around.
Cheese brats, yeah. It was a drinkable beer.
Gouda cheese brats.
We'll do this
I don't
after.
think
It would have been
that's-
better with Gouda.
All right. Like what Tony was saying, thanks everybody for joining us. You've been listening to 3 Beers In. This is Ross.
This is Cutter.
Joel's
Joel's
there.
there.
This is Tony.
And this is Clint.
And this is the podcast.
This is the podcast.
Thanks for sticking around. You can subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Spotify, BigHeadsMedia.com, or anywhere there are podcasts. If you like what you heard, rate and review us on iTunes. Check out our Patreon. Find it at patreon.com/3beersinpodcast. Check out all of our awards. You can give as little as $1 a month to help us keep doing what we're doing. It really helps out, and we'll give you a thank you on the show. Or for a little more, you can remain anonymous. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at 3beersinpodcast. Check out our website, 3beersinpodcast.com. You can find information about us and the show along with the links to all of our episodes and our really cool merchandise. While you're on our site, you can tell us what you like, what you don't like. If you don't like us, then why the hell are you still here? You should have turned us off long ago. But if you're just going to listen to us anyway, you should probably subscribe too. And if you would like a transcript of our podcast, write down everything that we just said.
These eyes are crying. These eyes have seen a lot of love, but they're never gonna see another one like I had with you.
This is Brew Crime, a craft beer and true crime podcast.
I'm Mike.
I'm Beck.
And I'm Nina.
And we're your hosts.
We pair a true crime story with a craft beer.
That Nina will probably hate.
Yeah, probably.
Whatever. You can find our show on all your favorite podcast apps, and if you can't find it, contact us and we'll try and change that.
We can be found at brewcrime.com or on all social media platforms at Brewcrime. As well, you can find us on our Facebook group at Brewcrime the Group.
Join us as we discuss the horrible crimes that surround us and try not to giggle.